Questions. The honourable member for Nanaimo, Ladysmith.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is true. We've got two. It's an alternate reality that's being described by the Environment Minister about the process that got us to this point. Yeah. So the Harper Conservatives gutted these environmental laws. Both Liberals and New Democrats promised to amend the bills, and the NDP promise was we're going to do this on day one if we'd been able to form government. The environmental community had rewritten the laws already. They'd given them to us for whoever got to form government would be good to go. So this government dragged its feet for 2.5 years. Then it presented an omnibus bill. When it came to the Environment Committee, the committee said quite reasonably, or some of the committee members, why not send this to all three committees, because it's three different pieces of legislation in one. That was voted down by the Liberal majority. The witness list was truncated. Witness briefs came in after the deadline to submit recommendations from committee members. And my colleague, the member from Edmonton Strathcona, proposed 100 amendments that all came from the environmental witnesses. None of them was accepted. So in what world could you say that now we're going to shut down debate on this bill, since you've already shut it down in every way possible?
Here. Honourable Minister of the Environment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm a bit confused because the member opposite suggests that they would have come in and just brought in legislation without consulting, but at the same time, are wondering that we didn't listen to people. In fact, we actually did. When I consider this, we started with interim principles. They were introduced by myself and the Minister of Natural Resources in January 2016. These were the first step in rebuilding trust, making sure we were making decisions on science and knowledge and evidence and in taking into account the greenhouse gas emissions. But then we had expert committees. There were two expert committees reporting to myself and the Minister of Natural Resources. There are two parliamentary committees, worked with the Minister of Transport, the Minister of Fisheries and Oceans. Then we continued to consult. Then we produced a discussion paper. We consulted on that again. I met directly with Indigenous peoples, with environmentalists, with industry, many times. We think we've got a good outcome, that we listened to folks, we were willing to take amendments, and we think we've got an amazing bill.